You know, I've had the great opportunity and just a blessing to be able to travel around this world and to see different parts of this world. And no matter where I've been, whether it's been just an extremely poor area or extremely wealthy area, it doesn't make a difference if it's in the United States or in a foreign country. There's one thing that's consistent no matter where I've been. It is consistent, and that is this: temptation. No matter where I've gone in my life, temptation is always there. Temptation is always there. You know, we struggle with this thing called temptation. And that's why we're doing this series right now called The Battle Within. The Battle Within, because man, temptation, it is a battle. It's something that we are constantly fighting. And temptation is looking to knock you out, man. It's looking to give you a right hook and just knock you out. And we need to learn that. We need to understand that, because the one thing that temptation knows that a lot of times we don't realize is this: that there's always more at stake than what you and I realize. There's always more at stake than what you and I realize. You know, we looked at Jesus this Sunday. We looked at him, and we looked at Matthew 3 and in Matthew 4, where Jesus was being tempted. He was led out into the wilderness by the Spirit of God. He's out there for 40 days, no food, no water for 40 days, and then Satan comes to him, and Satan begins to tempt him. You know, one of the first things that Satan did, he tried to tempt him with something to try to meet a legitimate need in an illegitimate way. And the second thing he tried to do is try to get Jesus to use God to get something that he wanted. And then third thing he tried to do is do the right thing at the wrong time, the wrong way, by taking a shortcut. You know, we all can relate to that, because you know, we have been there, and we've probably done that. And if we haven't, we probably will be doing it. So temptations is something that's huge, because there's so much more at risk, there's so much more at stake. You know, one of the things that's at stake when we give in to temptation is our future. Not only our future, but the future of those that are around us, the future of those that love us, the future of those who care about us, who look up to us. Their future's at stake too. And you may go, well, it's just, it's little, it's nothing, it's not, I can handle this kind of temptation. No, there's no such thing as really a small temptation and a big temptation. Because you see, just think about this. Jesus was hungry. He was there for 40 days. No food, no water. The boy is hungry. Jesus is hungry. I mean, you and I would be hungry. And then all he had to do was turn some rocks into bread. I mean, it's no big deal. Jesus, pow, boom, it's there. And he had the power to do it. It's not a big deal. But you know what the big deal was? It wasn't to try, Satan wasn't trying to get him to show how powerful he was. What he was trying to do is to get Jesus to doubt, trying to get Jesus to question God, trying to get him to question what God has said, the promises of God, trying to create this doubt, this mistrust. You see, and that was a legitimate need he had to eat, legitimate need. But Satan tried to get him to meet that need in an illegitimate way. You know, you and I struggle. Temptation's a battle. It's hard. You know, we face it every day. We face it, man, we face it just watching TV, the music we listen to. We face it, you know, with physical, in our physical relationships. We face it with spending our money. We face it with how we use our time, how we spend our time, and how we, you know, we're so much, they're just dumped on us, temptation so much. Everywhere you look, it is just thrown in our face. Well, that's because Satan is alive and well. And he knows if he can tempt you and get you to give in to that temptation, he knows that if you give in to a temptation, that basically what you're saying is, God, I don't trust you. Or God, I can't trust you. I can't trust you to meet this need. I can't trust you to handle this problem. And then what happens is our faith begins to erode. And so I taught you this phrase on Sunday. And the phrase is simply this: temptation, you will not steal my future, and you will not steal my faith. We said it several times. Temptation, you will not steal my future, you will not steal my faith. You know, we need to be like Jesus. We need to speak to the temptation. That's what Jesus did. He spoke to the temptation. We need to speak boldly. We need to speak loudly. Every time we face a temptation, whether it's small, whether it's big, we need to speak to it. And that's what I challenge you with this week, is to speak to every one of your temptations, to speak to it. So that's what I want to see us do, guys. Let's speak to our temptations. Let's not give in, because we always need to remember this one thing. There's so much more at stake than what you and I realize. Let's keep that in front of us, and let's think about it when we face temptation. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye.